Hey folks, how you doing? Papa Joe here. At the house playing in the kitchen, as you can see. We've been outside playing in the plants. We had planned on doing some of this cooking yesterday. We didn't get to do it, so we're going to do it today. Now later on, Grandma's going to do her stuffed pork chops. But for now, we've got a pork loin roast here to cook. The thing is that she's already had them froze, and she laid them out so that we could cook them this weekend. And our weekend's been gone where we really didn't want to cook them today. However, we do not freeze food twice, our meats. We don't freeze, so we're kind of committed to have to cook them. So we're going to wind up cooking 2 dinner meals, which will still allow both of us to have food throughout the week. So we've been outside playing with the plants, and we still got one more thing to do out there. So now we're inside playing. This is not going to be anything fancy, by no means. It's simply a pork loin roast, and we're going to cook a whole bunch of vegetables with it. Wasn't really no need to make a video. I'm sure y'all know how to do it. That being said, we're still going to do it. Mama, what happened to my celery, and what else did we get to go in? We was going to get green beans and didn't get to do it. We had made it to the checkout, and neither one of us wanted to walk all the way back over to get the green beans, to be honest with you. But on another note, Grandma's on her diet, but she still made me some little brownie miniature cupcakes with, what is that, cream cheese icing on it. Good stuff, man, good stuff. So, let me check out I want my celery to go in first, I think. I'm talking to myself, Mom, don't mind me. Then we'll do the onions. But I want the celery towards the bottom because it takes the longest to cook, getting carrots. So, and I normally like using one of these kind of flimsy boards, but Grandma don't like washing them. So anymore, I try to go ahead and get one of these other kinds that she can just stick in the dishwasher. Them flimsy ones evidently don't do good. So, y'all know about cutting up celery and all that good stuff. And I'm hoping to pause this and it stay live. Battery will stay live long enough where we go ahead and get Grandma's pork chops in on the same video. If not, so be it. But yeah, I'm just gonna make a little stew out of this. We both like, we both like veggies, and we haven't been getting enough of them. So we decided we would take this pork loin and just turn it into something to get veggies out of. Yeah, a pot roast type deal with Grandma told me in there. Cut off that end, and this end you can always tell it's done been exposed to the air and stuff through the grocery store and all that. So I cut off a good ½ inch plus. Leave me this. You gotta wash this stuff, folks. Yeah, they give it a half-ass spray in the stores and processing places, but it doesn't get inside the way we like to get inside. So, you want to wash these for me, Mama, or? I think I'm only going to cut them in about half. She's shaking her head no. She's afraid she'd get too close to the camera. We got to get her past that shyness. I got a phone call from one of my subscribers today. That was cool. I got to talk to him for a few minutes. That was Trucker Joe, I think it was. Seemed like a decent enough sort of feller. He don't drive anymore. Said he drove for about 7 years. I don't know why he calls himself Trucker Joe if he don't truck no more, but I guess I could have asked him that. And my bag is not wanting to open up right. Thank you very much. And I might as well go ahead and turn this on. There's high. Let that start doing its deal while I'm doing all this. On my celery, that size there, it's what, 8 inches? I'm probably gonna cut it twice. I'll give myself a couple inch stalk there that I'm wanting to cook. Another problem that we run into is, Mama, where's that seasoning you got for this thing? Did it get left out, or do I need to dig through the cabinets?
Put it up there in the cabinet, first 2.
Alright.
Behind 1 packet of gravy, there's 2 packages of pot roast. Slow cooker pot roast, so I don't know if you want 1 or 2.
Well, I think I already get it on there before I cover up. Yeah, what we have got, we're cheating. We're not doing a bunch of our own seasonings. And this is good for what? 2.5 to 3 pounds. That's pretty close to that. We've got the TV going on in the background. We had it paused. As you can tell, it just ran out of its time and now it's caught up. Let me turn that down for a minute. Well, it looked like they showed Guy there on Shark Week. I wonder if he's going to teach them how to cook shark. I'm just taking this pot roast seasoning she had, and I'm just coating this meat in it real good. And we'll just see how it goes. I didn't use all of it because it was getting pretty thick on there. Then when I'm done, I'll go ahead and throw that on top of it. But as you can see, I like my celery in a fairly decent piece here. But what I was going to tell you is one of the problems we run into doing this stuff is that I've been known to do too many vegetables. But we like our veggies. And I could cut them down smaller and get more in here, but that ain't how I roll. I have my preferences on stuff, and that's where I go with it. Alright, let's see here. Where'd them other carrots go, Mama? Did you decide not to use them?
Yeah.
Okay. You want me to save you some of these? I don't need all of them.
Okay.
It says that it tears across there. So, you know, folks, a lot of this stuff is so simple that there's times we question why we even make these videos. But there are so many people out there that was not taught in any fashion on how to cook, and they don't realize how simple some of it is. I mean, this dish I'm cooking right now, you didn't see it being a big major pain. We didn't have to go to any wild extremes. Trying to save some room here on top for my taters. I got quite a few taters right there. There's Mama a few carrots for during her week. My onions, I leave them kind of big. Grandma's not a big fan of onions. Now she eats them if they're cooked, if she's in the right frame of mind. But raw onions she don't like, and I've gotten in the habit of even when I do, come on damn it, even when I do cooked onion, I cut it in a big enough fashion that if she don't want it, she can peel it off of there. She can separate it and not have to deal with it. So I'll take these and get that outer layer off. You always have to watch these damn knives for that outer skin sticking on. Now I'm hiding my own damn towel on me this time. There it is. I knew I had one. So all I'm going to do is cut that guy in half. And I'll just place them quarters in there. And if Mama don't want any when she's doing her meal, and I did get the Vidalia sweet onions. Well, I assume they're Vidalia. They were sweet onions. But me, I like my onions. So there we go. And I do have one more. I'm going to go ahead and do him up. And we're doing it in the crock pot, as you can see. Nice and slow. So it's going to need several hours to cook today, which is why I wasn't sure if the battery was going to hold out on that for it to cook that long. So you might not see it as a finished meal. However, and that one's small enough. Yeah, I'll still go ahead and cut it. I debated on not. Normally I wash all my veggies before I put them in there, and I was just here looking, I was thinking that I didn't wash my carrots, which is not like me, but we did get a bag of the prepared, organic, ready to use, so it is what it is. It ain't the first time, won't be the last time I forgot. So there's all that. Now then, I'm going to take my taters over here, and I'm going to pick out my smallest ones, and I'm going to top that off with taters. That way the thing is plenty full. And I'm leaving these taters in a whole place. I bought this size so I didn't have to worry about it. But you've heard me say before that Grandma was not overly crazy about potatoes with the skins on. So she's not really eating any on her diet. So if she does eat one or two, she can go ahead and skin them out. Peel them, whatever you want to call it. These taters are looking exceptionally good. I'm surprised that I didn't have to go cutting a bunch of bad spots out of them. Oh yeah, this is going to turn out just about right on everything. Last three taters. Had to rearrange this a little bit. See how that lid's going to fit fine. Now the remainder of this I'm pouring along the top. Now I did add I didn't really measure it, but I added some water there in the beginning. So now we put that on. We're on high. I really don't see a whole lot of need in me pausing this and all that nonsense. I think I will, come on. And I always try to clean up a little bit behind myself so Grandma ain't got quite so much to do. So, but yeah, I add a little bit of water to that in the beginning to help it make a little steam, and then it's going to cook some stuff out of that pot roast, that pork loin. And y'all know exactly how a pot roast turns out and all that. So I don't see any need on me continuing this video on it. I by all means will make reference to it later on. Might show it to you in that stuffed pork chop that Grandma does. So with that, I'm going to go in there. I think I'll put her carrots up first. And actually, she's got her pineapple. I don't know if she's going to do it today or not, but whether y'all know it or not, you can grow a pineapple. Well, I know she can't do all of it today. She's going to cut off about yay much from the top stem. She gets real particular on what pineapple she buys. And then she'll let it set for a couple days and let that top part dry. That's going to be wind up rooting. Now let me show you what I'm talking about. This is her pineapple, and she's going to wind up cutting it in here somewhere. And then she's going to let this dry so that this here is where your roots will come out of. And she'll peel a couple of these, and she'll prep this, and she'll plant this top, and she'll grow a pineapple. To my knowledge, she's never got one to make a pineapple, but we see in Florida where they've been doing it, a couple of tricks of the trade that she'll probably try on this one. And she's grown several of them before, so this ain't something she's wondering if she can do. She knows she can do it. So sometime I get some fresh pineapple to eat, and she's going to get another plant to go somewhere out in the yard. Last year the freeze got it. This year we hope to be better prepared for the freeze. But with that simple little meal here, throw it in the crock pot and walk away from it. And that's exactly what we've done. It probably needs 4 to 6 hours to cook. I don't see any need for me to record the breakfast we're going to do. That's going to be nothing but a can of store-bought corned beef hash. I found some more thick bologna. They wasn't out of it. We had talked about cooking some of her little sausages that she does with her biscuits. I don't see no need for it. So I might just do, and what time is it? 11:16, so it's going to damn near be lunch. But probably some fried bologna, corned beef hash, a couple of eggs, and I'll probably do a piece of toast or two. She doesn't want to eat the biscuits and all that, and I don't see no need to fire the oven up just for me to have a couple of biscuits when I can go ahead and just do toast. So, and then later on, like I said, she's going to do the wild rice, pork chop stuff with wild rice. That was really good. So it's nothing but an afternoon of doing a little bit of mellow cooking, simply so that I can save some money out there on the road. So with that, I'm going to bid y'all goodbye. Remember, good Lord loves you, and so do I. You have a blessed day. Dadgum, what'd y'all do to me? He got up in and carrying on.